show you the railway of Wuwei Sugar Factory. At first, I want to introduce a little bit history here. At the beginning of 20th century, Taiwan was under the rule of Japan. The Japanese found that the conditions of Taiwan were suitable for growing sugarcane, so they started to build more and more sugar factory. At that time, all the sugar factory belongs to a different Japanese company, and here Wuwei was chosen by Dai Nippon Seido Gabushiki Gaisha. At 1906, the first factory were built, and it started to operate at 1909. At 1912, the second factory were built. At 1925, Dai Nippon Seido Gabushiki Gaisha even built an alcohol factory to reuse the molasses which were produced during the process of sugar making. Before the establishment of Wuwei Sugar Factory, Wuwei has nothing but only 2 small villages. But after that, it started to progress and become a beautiful small town. At 1950s, Taiwan was one of the most important sugar producing countries. However, nowadays, only Shanhua and Wuwei 2 sugar factories are still operating. Among them, only Wuwei Sugar Factory still use the narrow gauge train to transport the sugar cane. And that's why I choose this topic rather than others, because I think this is important. Last year, many Japanese came to Wuwei Sugar Factory just because of the complete railway system here. One of them even told me that Wuwei Sugar Factory is popular with Japanese rail fans. Other Japanese came to Wuwei Sugar Factory to visit the hometown of their parents or grandparents. During the Japanese colonial era, many Japanese live here and work for the sugar factory. Most of them are senior technical personnel. The wooden building behind me is called Wuwei Station. It's for the passenger train. After the Second World War in 1945, the Japanese lived here, took train and went back to Japan from here. Now we are standing at the intersection of the railway and Zhongshan Street. From here, the train go toward the farm and go through the city. Every day, about 2 trains go to the farm and carry back the sugar cane. The number of the train depends on the amount of harvest. Sometimes 2 trains per day and sometimes even 5 trains per day.
The staff now comes out to direct the traffic. He notifies the cars and the scooters to stop. He uses the flags to communicate with the driver of the train. When he waves the red flag, means attention. The green flag means it's okay to pass. It's very interesting. I believe you can't see this scene at other places. Okay, now the train is coming. About 2 hours passed. The train is coming back with sugarcane. Later, you may notice there's a red cloth on the last cabin. It's to mark the last cabin and to make sure there's no cabins falling off. At the past, the train coupled a special yellow cabin, which is called caboose, to mark the end of this train.
This area is a cabin concentration field, and the building over there is a weighing bridge station. When a fully loaded narrow gauge train comes into Huwei Sugar Factory, it comes this way along the track. And then go to the weighing bridge station to scale the sugarcane. And after scaling the sugarcane, some sugarcane would be sampled. It's in order to figure out the amount of inclusion. The inclusion of sugarcane includes leaves, includes muds, and any other things carried within sugarcane while harvesting. And after that, the train will go this way. Go this way to the factory. But first, it will wait there at the cabins there. They are waiting there to unload the sugarcane.
Now we can see an empty train is moving and going to change the direction. The locomotive is moving forward and pulling the cabins. Oh, I think there's a traffic jam now. Going to change the direction. A staff gets off the train and pulls the railroad switch so the train can move onto another track. The locomotive now is moving backwards and pushing the cabin. Sugarcane will be delivered into the factory after the process of extraction, clarification, evaporation, boiling, curing, drying, and packing. We will get the sugar. In Huwei Sugar Factory, the train is also used to carry the sugar to the warehouse. Let's go and take a look. This is the outside of the packing room. It's the end of the production line of sugar making. Later, the sugar would be carried by the narrow gauge train to the warehouse. Here's the warehouse. When the train arrives, the porters will install a conveyor belt to move the sugar bags into the warehouse, and then they will stack the sugar bags regularly.
Hi everyone, I'm now standing nearby the warehouse and there are some scrap tracks here. You may ask why there are 3 parallel tracks. Oh, it's because it's for 2 kinds of trains. All of the sugar factory in Taiwan, we use narrow gauge train to transport the sugar cane. The gauge is 762 millimeters because it's only for carrying the sugar cane. So compared to the train of Taiwan Railway Administration, they have slower speed. So if you want to transport the sugar and the goods faster, we need to cooperate with Taiwan Railways Administration. So at the past, the train of Taiwan Railway Administration came into Huwei Sugar Factory to carry out the sugar to Dounan, where the west coastline passed through, so the sugar can be delivered to other cities faster. However, The gauge of the train is 1067 millimeters. So we have these tracks. This one is for the narrow gauge train, and this one, the bigger one, is for the train of Taiwan Railway Administration. You may notice that wherever the tracks are, there are many these kind of equipment. It's called railroad switch. It's for determining the direction of the train. And now I'm going to show you how it operates. You can see that the track, this point now is connected and that point is separated. So guess, which way will the train go? The left way or the right way? The left way? Are you sure? Bingo! The train will go the straight way. And if I change these railroad switches, it's really heavy. So look carefully. The track will change like this. This point is separated and that point is connected. The connected point will determine the direction of the train. So now the train will go which way, you guess? Bingo! It will go the right way to the warehouse. So let me show you again. Yeah, and now because the separate point, it can't let the train pass. So now the train will go the straight way. Hi, I'm now standing on Huwei Iron Bridge. Huwei Iron Bridge was one of the county monuments. So let's take a look. Huwei Iron Bridge was originally a wooden bridge and only for the passengers. For carrying the sugar cane, the sugar and the goods. Dai Nippon Seido Kabushiki Gaisha built this iron bridge for the trains to go. I just mentioned that at the past, the train of Taiwan Railways Administration came to Huwei Sugar Factory to carry out the sugar to Dongnan. And this is the only way for the trains to go. So you can see also 3 parallel tracks for narrow gauge trains and the gauge of 1067 millimeters. Okay, this is the end of my introduction of Huwei Sugar Factory. I hope you like it. Thank you.